This is the 3 p.m. Takeover, Radio Northern Beach's only drive-home show.
Keep it right here for a whole hour of fresh hits and entertainment for your Wednesday afternoon.
Here we go.
Hit it.
This is Waiting for Love by Avicii.
Welcome to the 3 p.m. Takeover. You're listening to Radio Northern Beaches, and we are back. We were away for a week, and it was really sad.
We're on spring break.
Yeah, that's true. That was exciting.
The show was. We didn't actually go anywhere exciting.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't do anything, but we'll just keep that under wraps. Anyway, today on the show, we have a very special guest. Andre, hello.
I like it how you describe me as very special rather than just normal special.
Just special,
I like that.
extra special.
You're none of this regular special.
But what makes me very special though?
Because it's your second time on the show, and you're the first person that we've had on twice, which makes you special. We asked you back.
Very special.
So obviously you were good, right?
You're like re-special.
Yes.
Like how we
Like
have a call.
re-takeover.
Yeah, Friday's show
Thanks
is the
for having me
re-takeover.
back, girls. This is great.
It's good. But anyway.
But we're going to chat a little bit, which is kind of topical for all of us, about the proposed trains for the Northern Beaches, which I swear every 3 years someone proposes a train line on the Northern Beaches and it never happens.
Just bringing back a dying idea.
Yeah,
well, not dying, but they've mentioned it 3 years later. Hey, what about that trains idea, guys? Remember that?
Didn't they discovered underground that there actually had been a train line built in like the 60s?
Oh,
and it just
probably.
was never actually used?
An underground train line.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, we came across an article about a potential driverless metro train that'll leave every 5 minutes from what will be the Northern Beaches Hospital and apparently take like 45,000 people an hour towards Chatswood.
Are there even that many people? No, I guess there are, but still, wow.
There will be because everyone's going to want to come to the Northern Beaches because it's an exciting driverless train.
But driverless trains are good because there'll be no excuses why anyone's late now because the doors will just close automatically whether you're in it or not.
That's
the train
true.
will just go. So no one's late.
But then no one gets to be the person who gets to like hang out the side and wave the little flag and the blow
Yeah, but they're not the
whistle.
driver.
Well,
They're just
The conductor.
The train guard?
It didn't
conductor
say-
is a way better word.
It
I
didn't
would
say
rather be a train
conductorless
conductor.
train. There will still be a conductor. It won't be a driver. Like.
True. Well, this one apparently will use an underground train line.
I guess it would have to on the beaches, but that's a bit sad because that's going to bring so much high rise to the area, and I heard that residents are pretty angry.
Yeah, but it'd be so good to actually clear up the roads. I would love to have a train line. Do you know how much easier my life would be if I didn't have to sit in traffic on the bus every morning to work?
But that's part of the
That's
thing living
true.
at the beaches, traffic.
It shouldn't be.
Or just living in Sydney.
Yeah,
True.
but definitely.
It's definitely the Sydney thing.
Yeah.
It is. So we have so many congested roads, like the ones that come to mind for me, Monavale Road, Pittwater Road, Warringah Road, maybe even like Condamine Street down near sort of Manly area, the Spit.
Yeah,
like there are so
Condamine's
many
pretty busy.
areas that trains probably could fix, but there would totally be no
And the worst
negatives.
thing is with traffic when you think, oh, I'm going to be all clever and go the back streets. No one knows my secret way.
Everyone knows.
And then you get to that point you think, wow, there's congestion here on the secret paths as well. How horrible.
Because the
It's true.
secret path, in quotation marks, is everybody's secret
Yeah,
path.
everyone
Yeah.
knows that
It's not
one.
a secret when everybody knows it.
Certainly often here, I find often it's actually easier to take the main road. Like the back streets are almost more jammed sometimes.
Yeah. When I used to drive to high school, some mornings you'd take the back way and it would just take forever. Didn't matter which back way you took. It was always so
And
long.
then you go the highway and you just think, wow, this isn't as busy as what I thought because everyone's had that idea of
Yep.
going, oh, go the back streets just in case.
And it's amazing how the traffic has changed over the time. Like for me, I grew up on the beaches and it used to take me maybe 20, 25 minutes to get to school when I was younger. And then when I was still at the same school and I was like near finishing school, it was taking me more than an hour and it was 11 kilometres.
What?
And it took me around an hour and a half
That's insane.
to get to school because it was the direct route to the city and the only way for the whole of the Northern Beaches to get to the city.
Yep.
So a train line would probably be pretty helpful. I don't know. Would you trust a driverless train?
I don't know. I guess I never sit on a normal train and think there's someone driving this. Like, I guess you just wouldn't think about it.
I would never trust.
Or do you always think about it when you get on like a train? Are you thinking, I know there's someone at the control panel? Because my brain does not think that way.
I do. I always know there's someone behind the wheel.
Really?
Imagine going a driverless
Is
car.
it a wheel? Don't they just have like
No,
little
they just have
dials?
dials.
And
Throttles.
And-
the throttles.
I think it's just a phrase, but
Yeah.
yeah.
little, like slot machines. They got the handle they pull down.
And while they're driving, you have all these things spinning around.
Yeah.
So I never think about the fact that there's a driver, but I feel like if there wasn't, I would think about it.
Oh yeah, true.
that make sense?
You'd be aware of the lack of the presence or whatever.
Yes.
With the people on the platforms who blow the whistle right as you walk past, it's like they wait for you to be right next to them and they blow the whistle as loud as they can.
It's true. You know what?
Because we should just outlaw them personally.
I have a story before we go to the next song. My mum and I were train shammed not long ago. We were those people, you know,
were what?
train shammed. Like the doors were nearly closed and we just like forced them back open and ran in. And then we were sitting on the train and the driver made an announcement and was like, it's very unsafe to do what those two ladies in like the red shirt and the green shirt sitting in this carriage did. Do not force doors open, right? And he went on like almost until we were at the next station.
Wow.
We felt super shamed. I was like,
Yeah, because if you're ever on the train, school kids do it all the time and it actually holds up the train.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, and it means that you're going to be late to the next stop. So
I've never
I'm going
heard
to
them-
shame you as well. Don't touch the train doors.
I've never heard them make an announcement though and like call out people and like what they're wearing, where they are on the
Well,
train.
it probably just meant that he actually saw you. If it's further away, they probably wouldn't have seen because they lean
Scary though,
lean
right?
out of their little
Windows
hidey
and
hole.
watch you.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to be back right after this, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to the 3 p.m. Takeover. That was Geronimo by Shepherd. I love that song. It's such like a happy hyper. I feel like you can't be sad when you listen to that song. It's so like peppy.
I don't think I understand that song.
Oh, no one does. But it's a fun song.
Yeah. Okay.
It's great.
So the next song we're going to play after this is a special request from one of our listeners, Kieran. And he recently did very, very well at his school snowboarding championships, which I think is super cool because I personally am not a very good snowboarder.
Good on you, Kieran. What a boss.
Yeah.
No.
boss.
Can you snowboard?
No, I can't. I've tried like surfing and skateboarding and I'm terrible at it. So I'm just not going to go near snowboarding. I can
So
ski.
like nothing that requires you being sideways?
Yeah, I'm going to stay with my legs separated on
Yeah.
like two bits so it's independent. Like having them strapped to one board, I'm like, there's just too much could go wrong.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm not very, I'm okay at surfing and skateboarding, but I'm not very good at snowboarding.
Maybe it's a balance thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I get really scared about the fact that
terrible
when
on
I
bikes
fall,
as well.
my feet like won't pop out.
I can skate. I'm very confident skating. But when it comes to
You a
snowboarding,
skater boy?
I skated for a while.
Wait, what
when I
is
was a kid.
skating? Like skateboarding?
Sorry, skateboarding. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know these modern terms.
Modern times.
I don't know. Well, skating could mean anything.
That's true. There's like
Roller
ice skating,
and,
roller
like,
skating.
could-
Roller
anything.
skating. Imagine that.
Well, when you said skating, I
Rollerblades
instantly
on
thought
ice?
rollerblades.
No, I thought
No,
rollerblading
that's ice
is also-
skating.
No, but when you said roller skating, yeah.
That's it.
But it
People call
is
that.
roller skating. Roller skating is the
Oh.
roller skating is the name of the actual sport.
Oh,
Rollerblading.
showing my age, aren't I?
Rollerblading is the recreational activity.
Yep. All right. Eat my words.
You should know that because you were once a roller skater.
I did. No. Well, I refer to it as inline skating.
Yeah,
Okay,
same thing.
that's old.
Inline blading.
Speed skating.
You can tell that he was in skating in the 90s.
No, in the 2000. Thank you. Between 2000 and 2005.
That's very, very
I was
exact.
committed. I was a committed online inline blader.
Were you?
Did comps. Did all that.
Did you ever win?
No.
Okay.
No. I was committed to the
He's
sport.
committed, but not
Yep.
great at it.
And yeah, hurt myself a lot. But anyway. Anyway.
No pain, no gain.
It's
and
true.
all that.
That's pain, minimal gain.
Is there anything that comes to mind for you, Victoria, that you're not very good at?
I can't quantify volume. Like, you know, when
Really?
you make food and you're like, I'll just put it in a Tupperware container. I will never pick the right container.
So, what's
People in an elevator, like one time we're at work and our whole department was going down. There's maybe 12 of us. And I was like, we're not going to fit in this lift. My coworker was like, we'll be fine. And we all fit perfectly in this room. And I was like,
Yeah.
Initially, I was like, we're not going to fit in this lift. There's not enough room. I can't quantify volume. And I've just never been able to do it.
Do you always think that what you have is too big for the amount of volume?
Oh, it depends. Sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, this container will like just fit it, and there'll be like heaps of room left over.
Oh, so you have
Or-
like a problem both ways.
yeah, or where I'll be like, oh, this is really like, you know, this pastry is really small, and I'll put it in and be like, it doesn't fit in this container. It's too big.
Yeah.
my brain just can't convert it into different like shape. It's just it's really frustrating.
I can't quantify food. You know when you're making something and you're like, oh,
Is it real?
I'll make extra to have some the next day for lunch. I either make enough
You'll make,
for like
just enough.
a week, or like I won't make enough for an extra person at all. Like I can't get the right thing in the middle.
I have that with pasta sometimes. I'll be like, this is enough, and it's like, there's a lot of pasta here. I thought this would feed just me.
I do that with rice.
Rice is really hard though.
Yeah.
I hear my dad used to always make too much rice. We'd be eating it for a week.
But when
I never remember.
But when you follow the instruction when you cook rice, it says, "Oh, just use 1 cup," and then you look at 1 cup before it's cooked, and you think, "No, that's about enough. That looks good. And then you boil it, and it's so much more than what you
Expands.
actually think. Yeah.
So it's a good thing I don't read instructions. That's something I'm not very good at, is bothering with instructions. I just rip things open and start.
Oh, that's terrifying.
No, I don't.
I have to read the instructions, even with like things that I've made a number of times and I know how. I'll still have like the cookbook there, be like, just gonna double check myself.
No, I'm not an instructions person. I just kind of go with it.
I find the worst thing that I have, and some people have noticed this, is my plurals. Saying the right plural at the right time, or writing it down.
Really?
Yeah. Not an English guy. No, not at all.
You should stick to quantifying volume for
I
the
should
rest
stick
of us.
to numbers. I'm happy with numbers and pictures and colouring in between the lines. I'm pretty happy with that. But when it comes to writing, yeah, I'm all right.
So you were
Not
okay?
great.
You were okay in primary school?
I was fine. I was fine. Fine.
You're
There we
fine?
go. I was fine in primary school when I had to start writing more than 2 sentences at a time. Or I had to describe the cat in more than one colour.
As soon as things get really, really
Things just
complicated.
got real.
That's so funny. Okay, we are now going to play We Will Rock You by Queen. Kieran, this is for you. Thanks for listening.
Great
Keep
song request, Kieran.
recommending. Absolutely. And don't forget to keep listening. We're going to be right back after this talking about something very interesting, actually to do with words. So don't go away. Welcome back. That was We Will Rock You by Queen. Fantastic song request from Kieran. We were just saying that song is so short and I never noticed how short it is.
It's crazy short. It was like 2 minutes long.
Super short.
Not even.
But I think it feels longer because it like the beat feels a bit slower and the voices kind of drag the words out, that it doesn't feel like it's 2 minutes. It makes it feel longer.
It does.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have something that happened to me this week that I want to talk about, which I think is quite interesting.
Let it all out. Just share. We're here for
I
you.
will. So
listeners care. They want to know.
this is the thing. So have you either of you ever heard of a portmanteau?
No. You wrote the word down and I mispronounced it, so that should be a really good starting
Can you
point.
say it again?
Portmanteau.
Portmanteau.
Yeah.
No.
How is it spelled? Like portmanteaus, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's spelt like French.
I was going to say, is it French?
It's French.
Is it a pirate term?
It's not a pirate term. So
Is it a type of
essentially,
house? It sounds like I live in a
No.
chateau. I live in a portmanteau. Like
it does sound like a type of house, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's actually a linguistic blend of words where parts of multiple words or their sounds are put together to make a new word, but it's different from a contraction. And the reason that I'm going to talk about this is because I have a middle name that is a portmanteau. So basically it's like a bit of two names put together. And
that's okay. That was a good example because now I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the reason is somebody this week at work was actually quite rude to me. You know how you have a conversation every so often with someone, yeah, like what's your middle name? What's your middle name? And I got to mine. And this girl had a great old laugh at me about how it was so stupid to kind of mix names together. But anyway, that aside.
Where is she? I'm going to go beat her up.
I know. It got me
Give me
thinking.
her address.
It got me thinking about portmanteaus. So I want to talk a little bit about them because there are so many words that are actually portmanteaus that I didn't realize, and I think some of them are going to surprise you.
But especially like today, like we mix so many words to make new words.
True. But even like there are words, a lot of words in the dictionary are actually portmanteaus. Like a classic one is brunch.
Yeah. Good one.
Brunch is a portmanteau of lunch and breakfast.
What about Brinner?
No,
Breakfast
Brinner
and
isn't
dinner.
a thing.
No,
Haven't you ever had...
no. The midpoint of breakfast and dinner is lunch.
No, but Brinner is a combined lunch dinner.
So like midnight feast.
Yeah, so you either have a steak
Oh,
for breakfast
then shouldn't it
or
be-
you have a bowl of cereal for dinner.
But then shouldn't
Oh,
it be
yeah.
dinner breakfast, not breakfast dinner?
Don't
because
question
isn't it in the
Brenner.
chronological
Yeah.
order? So it should be deckfast.
But anyway, the term portmanteau, it was actually first coined by Lewis Carroll in 1871
Really?
in Alice Through the Looking Glass when Humpty Dumpty is explaining to Alice about a Jabberwocky. So that's where it comes from.
Oh.
You guys interested in hearing some
Yes.
portmanteaus? Now, they're
Yes.
words you know, and they're words that now I think about it, I know that they go
Can you
together.
give us the word and we'll try and guess the two
the two bits?
parent words?
Okay. All right. So the first word, very normal word, is biopic.
Biographical picture.
Yep, biography and picture.
Yes.
Nice job, well done.
Which go
Thank
together.
you. Oh,
Okay.
it's like a game.
Yeah.
I'm one.
Ding.
Okay. The next one is sitcom. So like a sitcom that you watch on television.
Some
A serious comedy?
situation comedy.
Situational comedy. Yeah.
Serious? It's a comedy. Of course it's not. Sorry. That was my bad.
serious comedy, guys.
Yeah. So situational comedy put together.
art.
Okay. Tangelo.
Tangerine and something.
Yep. So a tangelo is a fruit. It's a tangerine and a
I don't know what the yellow bit would be.
No, I'm out.
pomelo.
A pomelo.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a little kumquat type thing.
Never had one.
I don't know if we have
You
them
haven't
here.
lived. No, I haven't had one. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know if they have them here. Next one, this is such a good one because I never considered that this was a portmanteau. Chortle.
Oh.
A chortle.
Chuckle and...
A turtle?
Yep, chuckle and... Do you know what chortle means?
Chortle,
Like,
no.
Okay, it's type of laughter.
It's like a belly laugh.
So you're right. Chuckle and...
And chortle, lortle, laughle.
You know what? If I can't even remember the right plural to use, I'm not even going to get this. Let's be honest.
Chortle is
the
a
word?
mixture of chuckle and snort.
Oh.
Isn't that clever?
I'm thrown because I was just trying to get like the second half of the word, but it's more the middle bit.
Yeah, because that's what makes it different to a contraction. Because in a contraction, it's an obvious putting together
and
of words.
half.
Whereas in a
Yeah.
portmanteau, it can be any sound from another word put with another sound.
Does that mean all couple names, like Brangelina? Mm-hmm. That's a portmanteau?
Yeah. And like tomcat and things like that.
Tomcat's a good one.
Yeah.
Hiddle Swift, no more, R.I.P.
Yeah, chuckle's a good one. Okay, electrocute.
What? Oh, wait, whoa, what?
Electrocute
No,
is
that's just a
portmanteau.
word.
No, it's a portmanteau.
Okay, electricity execute?
Yeah. Electric and
You're good at
execute put
this.
together.
You are
This
good
should
at
be
this.
a game show because I want to win.
It's clever, right?
I had no idea that was a mash of
It's
words.
one of those things
I
you just
know.
don't consider because it's something that the word is learnt. You don't really...
Yeah.
You don't learn the origins of the words, but that's rather...
I think I only learnt what it was because I learnt it to be able to explain my middle name
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
But anyway, next one, endorphin.
Oh.
Endorphin.
Endorphin. Something in dorsal fin?
No.
I mean, dolphins do make people happy.
Enhancing something.
No. So it's morphine
Oh.
and endogenous put together.
I was never going to guess those.
It's so clever though, right?
Wow.
Okay, this was one that everyone should get. Neither.
Not...
You just pronounce it differently. So it's
Neither.
neither,
Neither. Whatever you want.
either, and never.
No.
Neither.
Either.
Not
and-
either?
Yep, not and either put together. Makes neither.
Yeah.
It is so clever. Okay.
This is like I'm having a little bit too much fun with this game.
Now I like this one. This one should be obvious when you hear it, but I hadn't thought about it. Smog.
Smelling fog.
Smoke and fog.
No. Smelly fog. No,
Smelly
it's
fog.
smoke and fog. Not smelly fog.
But smog is for like it's like an industrial thing. Like you get it.
Yeah.
You don't get smog out in the countryside. You get smog in like an industrial city.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this was a good one.
Smelly fog. I think that's just like a fart.
This is another one I hadn't thought of. Wuss, as in like you're a wuss.
Oh. Something about a pussycat.
Yep. So pussy and
Weak.
no.
Wimp.
Yes. Wimp.
It's like you're not even
and
trying,
pussy.
Andre.
I'm really trying.
Wuss came from wimp and
This
pussy.
should be like
It's ticking.
this should be in categories or something.
It
like another
should.
section.
You'd win.
Because this is like really making you think about dissecting words. I'm having fun.
Categories is fun. But
That
this
is a fun
not.
game.
Okay, this one that you should know. Email.
Email. Electronic mail.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
electronic mail.
Very
I'm
good.
always surprised when people don't know that email is electronic mail.
Yeah.
Because it was originally written as e-mail.
Yeah.
But now it's obviously just one word.
Just
And I
email,
think
yeah.
I mentioned it once at work and someone was like, what? I was
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because when I write email, I still put the hyphen, e-mail.
yeah, but you also
a
like
weirdo.
Oh, stop it.
rollerbladed and skated.
All right. What about pixel?
Picture,
Yep.
pixel, element?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You're
Picture
good at
and-
this. You girls
picture
are
and
great
element.
at this.
Because it's
Well, I'm
not,
not guessing any.
well, it's hard because it's not always like the X is there,
Yeah.
but it's more the sound.
Yeah.
Because obviously the spelling has changed.
It's a
I feel
sound
like I
thing.
may have actually learnt that in high school in computer class.
Hey,
more
good
than-
job.
Clever.
That was some piece of knowledge that had just like buried itself and just like did a zombie thing
Okay.
and rah, burst through the ground.
Okay. What about another computer one? Screenshot.
A shot of a picture shot of a screen.
No, it has to be 2 words.
Screenshot.
Screen.
Screen and
Screen.
Snapshot?
Yeah.
Snapshot. Yeah.
I was
good
thinking, I'm like,
teamwork.
but I'm like, screenshots of words.
Screenshot is screen and snapshot. Now, this is one I definitely didn't know. What is Skype a portmanteau of?
Oh my gosh, Skype. Sky typing?
No, so Sky is one of the words.
Oh, really?
Sky, because it's like it was one of the earliest like
Sky picture?
cloud-based technologies. No, Sky and
Person.
no, it's hard to get peer-to-peer.
Sky peer-to-peer.
Really?
As in like relations with people. Sky and peer-to-peer is how they made Skype.
When you hear words like Skype or things, I automatically assume it's an acronym for something.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was an acronym for something.
Skype is a bit too long for an acronym, I think.
SKYP, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. How cool's that? Sky peer-to-peer.
Now, we have last couple ones. Andre, I think you might have a competitive edge because they're science-based.
Okay, cool.
So you might be able to redeem yourself.
I was getting all the computer ones. We were sitting in my territory for way too long.
If we were talking about ones
building
with
up
food,
false
that'd
sense
be
of security for me.
Okay, so Botox.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
I have no clue.
It's a tricky one.
Isn't it
Is it what it was?
bloated?
Is it what it's made of?
Almost. So it's toxin.
Wasn't it boar or something, or bats? That's what originally they pulled the chemicals from.
It's botulism, which is the chemical, and toxin
Oh.
put together.
No, that sounds about right.
Wow.
And the last one is vitamin.
Something in minerals?
Yep, something in mineral.
Vegetable minerals?
No
Think
idea.
of the sound of the word.
Vitality minerals.
Close. Vital.
Vital.
Because they're vital for you. Vital minerals.
Nice.
Isn't that clever?
That's so weird because we'll say like vitamins and minerals,
Yeah.
but we're saying vital minerals and minerals.
Basically, yeah. Are you guys impressed or are you impressed?
That was really fun.
I'm quite surprised about how many words are derived from two words.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
I want like the full list and just the first word.
But
And
you
I
know
want
what?
to.
In this day and age, it's quite trendy. You know,
There actually
people are
aren't-
mashing words together all the time.
Yeah.
But don't forget a portmanteau is different because it works with the sounds of the words, not the actual parts of the words. So there aren't actually that many portmanteaus, but the ones that do exist are quite common. Things like smog.
There's a lot of names that have become portmanteaus.
Yeah, that is true.
And even
Like my
first
name.
names.
Yeah.
But even throwing out names, I know a portmanteau name, Emily, but it's Emma Lee. As one word, not
That's weird.
not your traditional
Is it
EMILY.
So it's
Emma.
EMMALEE.
One word.
In one word, no
Yep.
hyphen.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's almost weirder because you're bringing two things together to make something that already exists, but just different.
Yeah.
That's like a whole another level
That
of weird.
sucks.
We can discuss this more off air because this
Yeah.
could get real strange, but stick around. We're going to be right back after this.
Welcome back to the 3 p.m. Takeover. We just had two killer songs back to back. First up was my current obsession favorite song, Young Volcanoes by Fall Out Boy. Look, it's from like 2013. I only just discovered it and I've just been playing that album on repeat at work. And then after that we heard Feasting on the Flowers by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Is that from their new album?
It is. It was requested by Andre.
Yeah, I've been playing that song on repeat actually, and that whole album
All the time.
Yeah, it's good. It's really, really
Nice.
enjoyable.
We are actually slowly phasing in their new songs into our playlist. We've had them like frequently since the album came out. Because it's so long since I released an album. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
I do have a request for next week though, but we'll get to that later.
That can be off air.
Done.
You can send if you want to send a
Keep
request.
it a secret.
All the secrets.
And dear listeners, if you want to send a request, you can send a tweet, a Facebook message, an email. If you know us in person, just like
A letter.
paper plane,
Paper plane.
a carrier pigeon. If you carry
That's
a pigeon,
so in carrier pigeons.
if you carry a pigeon a song request, it will get on air.
What about-
I don't care how bad the song is. I guarantee it'll be on air if you
what about
carry a pigeon to me.
driverless, like
Driverless
messages from
trains?
Cars? Yeah, driverless just
Drones?
posties. Yeah,
Drive a
drones.
little train to the
Drop a drone.
Drones.
But I came across the most interesting article a few weeks ago, and I'm so excited to share it all with you in case you haven't heard of it. The National Maritime Museum in Sydney has employed a full-time new employee to chase away the seagulls. It's a rescue dog.
That's so exciting.
And he looks so happy. His name's Bailey, and he literally runs around. So you know, like where the ships stick out at the Maritime
Yeah.
Museum, he runs around on those, making sure seagulls don't like poo and wee and nest on the ships.
Wow.
And
He's really clever.
and
Cool
he's
job.
super cute. And he wears a life jacket because sometimes he gets a bit enthusiastic and jumps in the water to chase them. And he can swim, but the walls are really high and he can't get out.
How much does he get paid? Or sorry, how much does he or she get paid?
He lives there. Like he's a rescue dog, so I think he gets like food and board.
Food
Food and rent, basically.
Yeah.
And does weekend work as well, or does he get the weekend?
I think it is a full time job.
Okay, that's rough.
And he lives.
what I did there?
He lives at the museum, so he's there 24/7. He sleeps there as well, but he's always with someone because they obviously have like night guards and stuff. And apparently everyone loves him, and he's like they've made him like a non-official assistant director, and
Is his
so great.
Is his life jacket like a special uniform one?
Maybe.
That would be pretty
Because
good.
that'd be exciting. Because I always think it's so much fun, when you're like at the airport or wherever and you see police dogs and they have uniforms.
Yes.
I'm always like, no.
The sniffer dogs that have like their special vests, and it's like official sniffer dog for the
They have
Australian
special
airport.
vests, or they have like special, I don't know, what do you call it when it's like a collar but like around their body and like two bits? Like a body leash.
Yeah,
body
a
leash.
body leash.
A body leash
Yeah.
in like the police tape stripe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like they have that one as
Yeah.
well.
A harness?
Kind of like a harness.
Yeah.
And they've got prescribed dog pepper spray as well, so the dogs can turn around and grab it from their holster and just spray it from their mouth.
Do
Yeah.
they have handcuffs so they can like arrest people? But like there's special ones that you don't need thumbs to operate.
No, but they arrest other dogs, so they come in fours, not twos.
Do you know what's interesting? Dogs, I remember reading this once, dogs and birds are actually the only animals that you can technically employ, for want of a better use of word.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of birds? Like just normal birds, like emus and stuff?
No, I think you can employ birds that talk, like to do different
Parrots
things.
and stuff.
Yep. But just not emus.
Like the bird that went to court.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about this?
Yeah.
There was a court case recently where somebody got murdered, and while they were murdered, there was a bird at home, but it was one of those talking birds.
Are you kidding me? The only witness was a bird?
Yeah, but they
That could testify?
But they brought it to testify, and it was
That's
like
incredible.
it was like screeching things, and they were able to solve the murder.
Oh my
Because
gosh!
the bird had watched it.
How bad would you feel if you were that murderer and you got put away because of a bird's testimony? You think you got away with it, you'd be like, bloody bird.
But they did all these, they got all these like animal psychologists and stuff to test that the bird was like,
Of sound mind.
of like sound mind, and they were like, yeah, what the bird says goes. Like,
Wow.
it's legit.
But how would you know if the witness has been tampered with? It'd be like, rah, murderer.
Yeah.
Like you'd bribed the bird.
The
to say
attorney's
something
like, I'll
different.
give you a cracker if you say he's the murderer. He's like, right, cracker.
Next minute, the bird actually talks like a person. Now, you listen here, everyone. It was that guy over there.
I saw it with my own two eyes.
That's so funny though. Hey?
I love when you find that places have employed animals, even if it's just kind of like a faux employment. Like I think in Japan, there's a train conductor, like quote unquote,
Yeah.
and it's a cat because he just like lives on the train, and he has like a uniform. There's a place that like their mayor, like their unofficial mayor, is a cat as well.
Oh, that's
And-
fantastic.
or it's a dog. I think there's like a county in America where their unofficial mayor is like this old like golden retriever that everyone
That's
loves.
fantastic.
I love when they make animals have like human roles.
Yes.
And they're like, that's their job, and they'll like go around and tour and they'll meet with people and
Do you remember we were talking earlier this year because the police here on the beaches did that prank for April Fools where they said that they were training pigs
I
instead
remember
of
reading
dogs,
that.
and they had pigs wearing the little uniforms.
oh, see, that's cool.
Sniffer pigs. Yep.
Well, if they can sniff out truffles, why can't they sniff out
I remember
drugs?
the article saying that their senses are much more heightened than dogs, so they'd be an asset to the force.
I know.
That's fantastic.
Police pigs.
I would love to see more animals employed. Like it would just make me so happy just to like it. Maybe
pretty cute,
I've watched
isn't
too
it?
many like Disney Pixar movies and I'm like, let's just have animals do everything and like
But I think it's only cute if the animal has uniform. Because then it looks official, right?
I've read an article about in some hospitals they bring in puppies
yes.
to
the carer dogs.
to calm some of the patients.
Yeah, we were actually looking into doing that with our dog, but he was a bit too bouncy when he was younger.
Oh, really?
Because everyone loves him and he loves all people. And also, like, he sheds a lot of hair. I think there's certain breeds they go for that don't shed a lot of
Yes.
hair just because of the hospital
I think.
room. What if the next patient comes in and they're severely allergic to dogs?
Do you think the Labrador is the go-to breed for things like that because they don't shed as much?
I think
There are all
sometimes
sorts.
they bring in like smaller dogs as well, so
Yeah.
that they can actually sit like on the person like
Yeah.
a lap dog, and that's sort of more
That-
comforting as well.
That's true. That thing about dogs or any animals being comforting is quite traditional because even as far back, like in the First World War, when soldiers came back, they used to give them pets
Oh, really?
to integrate them and stuff. And it's
Well,
funny.
it's like scientifically proven. Like they
Yeah.
help like with your blood pressure and heart rate. Like I think a study was brought out recently that if your dog sleeps on your bed with you, you'll have lower blood pressure and your heart
wow.
rate will be more even because
Yeah.
you have the animal there. So
I got a cool story about that. So when I was doing my undergrad degree in Canada, we had what was called the SPS, which, now what did it stand for? The special pet scheme. And before exams...
the one word that has to do with the rest of this conversation, pet.
pet. They would bring in animals to the university before people did their exams to calm them down. So there's like an animal room.
That's
and
such a
you
good
could go
idea.
and like spend time in the animal room like before your exam.
I think every workplace, I wish we had a dog on our floor that could just like roam around and sit with people.
Yep.
Like having class pets. There should be work pets.
I forgot about class pets. Our class pets, we had silkworms.
Oh, that's not fun.
Silkworms.
I love silkworms.
We had birds. It's because you don't like animals though. Silkworms don't do anything.
I like them. That's why I like them. But it's damn hard because I only eat mulberry leaves and it's so hard to find mulberry leaves in Sydney. I used to be like going everywhere to try and find them.
See, at my old school, we were fortunate enough to have a mulberry tree.
Oh, that's
convenient.
so
we had
good.
a mulberry tree, so
Oh, that's easy.
a lot
Silkworm Central.
absolutely a lot of kids at my old school used to go to the mulberry tree and pick off the leaves and
Do they sing that
Silkworms
song?
are fascinating.
The mulberry tree. Do they sing that
There's a
song
song
when
about
they did
mulberry
it?
trees?
No, they just picked it. They just
Okay.
picked the leaves.
No singing?
No,
How
no
sad.
singing.
I'm pretty sure there's a song.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we're going to talk about it.
Anyway,
we'll think about that.
I'll
after
find
this.
that song in this over the course of this next song break.
We are back. You are listening to Radio Northern Beaches, and that was Coldplay with Warning Sign. That's a really good song. It's very quiet, very mellow. I could fall asleep to that.
I think we've all just calmed down after the excitement of the portmanteaus and Bailey the dog. Just
I think
take
we
a breath,
needed it.
everyone. Take a breath.
Quiet end to the show.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm preparing for a yoga class, like breathing deeply,
Yeah.
engaging your core.
That is like a yoga class song, isn't it?
It is. But anyway,
We should have a whole Coldplay themed fitness spa centre.
I'm
we
down for
should.
that.
That'd be so good. But anyway, we are at the end of the show, which means, Victoria,
I think it might be time for Suburb Focus.
yes, it is. Today's suburb is Allambie Heights.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Allambie Heights is so much like Narrowena, like we were speaking about the other week. It's a drive-by suburb. You go right down Allambie Road, like if you live in the forest area. To
That's
get
how you
down
got
to
to
Manly,
Warringah Mall and stuff.
Warringah Mall,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing.
And you go whoosh, whoosh, down that hill,
Yeah, down the hill.
down the road, whoosh, you like
And
lots of
people
curves.
on Allambie Heights are very slow drivers. I always get frustrated. It's 60 and they'll drive like 40 down the road.
That's because aren't there like 4 retirement villages there?
Way more than that.
Yeah, that's
Like-
why.
Allambie Heights is such an interesting suburb in the sense that it's got all these commercial centres that are quite unusual. You know, it has a huge amount of retirement villages, for example, and then it has a lot of centres and research facilities and homes for the mentally impaired, which is quite interesting. They've got like the autism centre there, and they've got the blind
Sunnyfield,
one.
Sunnyside, Sunnyfield.
Yeah, Sunnyfield, and they've got
Sunnyfield.
the Blind Institute. They've got all sorts of things there. It's really interesting. It's a good place to have it, I guess, though, because Allambie's quite quiet and it backs onto whatever it backs onto, Manly Dam.
Yes,
That's the one.
Yes,
Has-
and it's close
had
to
to think
everything.
for a minute there.
Like it is close
It
to
is
the mall
close.
and other areas. Yeah,
One of
it's a
those
good spot.
intermediary, is that the word? Suburbs that like links to areas. Very clever. But anyway, Allambie is an Aboriginal word, which means peaceful place,
Well, that's very fitting for retirement villages and research centres, isn't it?
and very fitting for our mood.
Yes, after
Peace and calm for
our
everybody.
calm down Coldplay song. It's a peaceful place.
Namaste. But yes, so what is really interesting is originally when the Aboriginal population used to live in Allambie, what is now Allambie Road used to be a walking track, and it used to be used by the Aboriginal people to walk down to the water. Which is essentially
okay.
Manly. So they used to walk a good long way in those days.
Yeah.
I wouldn't walk that way now.
Do you reckon it was faster back then because there wasn't as many slow drivers? Or
Yeah,
I said slow
definitely.
walkers.
Slow
You're
walkers.
walking they're like all the slow walkers live on Allambie Hill.
That's true. And the suburb wasn't actually developed into a residential area until the early 1950s.
I feel like every week I'm surprised by how late all the suburbs have been developed. Like every other
Yeah,
one
it's weird.
is after World War II. And I always find it so surprising because my mind, they've just probably always been there. Even though that's like, I guess because like I know you see photos of like the centre of Sydney in like the turn of the century.
Yeah.
And so my brain just assumes that all the other suburbs were around then as well. But
yeah.
it wasn't at all.
But even the country in general, I often forget how young Australia is.
Yeah, and
It's
how
weird.
little history we have.
Yeah, I still struggle with that one. But talking of history, a lot of the streets in Allambie Heights are named after notable battles. So you know how we were saying Beacon Hill has has like themed streets? Well, so does Allambie Heights, and they're all prominent Allied political leaders from World War II.
But isn't that because, same with Beacon Hill, it was sort of built after World War II?
Yeah, it was developed
Yeah.
after that. So it's interesting, you know, there's Owen Stanley Avenue, Libya Crescent, Derna Crescent. There's quite a few of them. Roosevelt Avenue, Churchill Crescent. So like lots of World War II figures, which is quite interesting.
That's cool. That's a cool way of naming it. Because
Yeah.
you don't think about it when you learn all those streets and then you hear that fact and you go, oh, it makes sense.
And the other thing about Allambie Heights, it's a big centre for Italians. So a lot of the nursing homes are Italian only, like Italian speaking.
Yeah.
And the second most popular ethnicity there after Australian is Italian.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
Yeah.
There's some great Italian restaurants on that strip of shops there.
Yes, there are.
It's
Good
true.
little area. That strip of shops is actually very good. The Allambie Hill shops.
Andre, you're not from the beaches. What do you know about Allambie?
I know it's a suburb. I've driven through it a few times.
Great start.
For suburb focus.
Focusing on the residents, there's some shops and
There
there's
are.
a hill.
Yeah, that's true. The whole suburb is built on a hill. Very true.
I find that it's that suburb that I've never needed to stop through. It's
Yeah.
just when I go through.
I had a friend in primary school who lived there, so I stopped there a lot,
Yeah,
actually.
oh,
And
interesting.
they lived right across from the shop, so it was always easy to park. Just park at the shops.
I don't know if I've ever actually known anyone that's lived in Allambie Heights. I've visited people, but I wouldn't say that I know them well, kind of thing.
Got to get out more.
I know. I've got to meet more people. If you're from Allambie Heights, you have to make yourself known to us because we want to know you because we don't know enough residents from the suburb.
Hope wants to stop in Allambie Heights.
I do. I want
And eat some
to
Italian
stop
food.
out. I want to have friends there. So make sure you tell me and we can be friends. I'm deciding that.
Oh, goodness. But that brings us to the very end of the show. Thanks so much for sticking around. Thanks for joining us, Andre.
Thanks, girls. It's always a pleasure being on the show. It's always such a privilege.
Yes, so thanks for requesting a song.
So is.
Yes, you're welcome.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you for requesting a song, and thanks to Kieran for another awesome song.
Good on you,
request.
Kieran.
So keep the requests coming. We want to hear them and we are going to be back next week.